Welcome to week 4 of premarital counseling. I've been taking time to kind of break down my 5-week program so that way, if you're interested in premarital counseling, you can understand what it is that premarital counseling does, what does it look like, what we talk about, and understand the true value in it. I'm just adjusting my light. I like the ambiance. Okay, so we're up to week 4 where we talk about religion, spiritual beliefs, and marriage expectations. Some people may like to glaze over this because a lot of people say, oh, I'm not religious and blah, 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 blah. That's cool, but we're going to have to scale it back, understand what is your family of origin beliefs in terms of spirituality or religion, and talk about what you foresee for your future. Because even though you may not practice a religion, your family of origin may have, and it may have heavily impacted what you believe you should be practicing once you get into a relationship or you start a family. So we talk about that. And we talk about the good, bad, and the ugly, because I've had clients that talked about how religion has created a great disconnection for them, or they had a negative experience around religion. And I can understand that, but how does that work moving forward when you're in this new relationship and you're doing life with someone else who may want to practice their religion or may want to upkeep some level of spirituality? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no right, there's no wrong. But we need to understand where you are and then how we create something that you guys could, create conversation around something that you both could agree with when you do become married, and understand what is the spirituality around your life and how that looks like in your marriage. Also, we talk about marriage expectations. Big thing. Because if you're not setting up expectations in your relationship, what's like the blueprint for you? What's the to-dos and to-don'ts? I have clients that at the beginning, they want to establish like, hey, I know we're married, but I want to have an open relationship. Is that something that you're okay with? Maybe you didn't talk about that while you were dating. Now is the time to talk about it. Yes, it may be unfavorable or awkward to talk about in this stage because it's like premarital counseling. We already got a date. We've been talking about let's get married. But if this is the concern that your partner has and they want to extend that in the relationship, what does that look like? Are you okay with that? And that's just one of marriage expectations. There's other things about the expectations. And what does conflict look like? What does sitting down and checking in with our finances, what does that look like? There's a whole host of things that we can talk about, but it's what's important to you in your relationship. It's always different for each relationship. So I ask questions and get inquiry around what it is that's important to you that we need to raise in premarital counseling, and give you that open forum so that way you can have a good back and forth and a good amount of questions to take out of session to be able to continue your discussions. But then also when you come back, we get to talk about what you discussed, anything that you discovered that was new, anything that you felt like you need more assistance and guidance with, because that is like the blueprint, like I said. And you want to have good, healthy talk around marriage expectations, because you don't want to go into marriage and then things start to happen. You're going to be like, well, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, did you have a discussion around that? And that's why I have a lot of clients that come back to marriage counseling if they never did premarital counseling, because their expectations, one, wasn't set, and two, they didn't realize that their partner was going to change over time and never reset expectations, maybe after infidelity or maybe an emotional affair or some type of addiction. So I want couples to have a great foundation with marriage expectations, and we talk about what that looks like. And like I said, it's case by case. So everybody's relationship is different. So I never want to put a blanketed anything on anyone. So I ask you questions in terms of what's important to you in your relationship, what expectations you would like to set up in your relationship. And we talk about that and we go into depth with it. And we can go as deep as you like. But I make sure that I feel comfortable with the talks that you're having. So I know when you do leave premarital counseling, you have the tools necessary to be able to continue these conversations and not feel scared to have these conversations. Because like it or not, if this is your long-term partner, you're going to have to learn how to have hard conversations. And I do it. I push you there to be able to have hard conversations, not to be able to fight, but to make sure we're turning up the heat a little bit to see how you and your partner are able to have conversations around hard topics. So that is week 4 in premarital counseling. And again, if you're interested in premarital counseling, DM me and let's see if you're a good fit for this program. But if you're about to get married or you have been married and didn't do premarital counseling and you're looking for some guidance around creating your foundations in your relationship and your marriage, then premarital counseling is the thing for you. So I hope that you would find these weeks of me breaking down the program valuable, so that way you know what to expect, but then also get to know me a little bit and my personality. I feel I'm very easygoing, and I like to talk to people, and I like to help and really understand what the problem is so we can find solutions. I'm all about solutions, and you can do that all in premarital counseling. Or if you're just looking for some maintenance around your relationship and you need some counseling, DM me. I'm marriage and family therapist. This is what I do. So hope to see you soon. Take care and stay tuned for our last week of breaking down premarital counseling, because I also give you what other little things that you get for signing up for my premarital counseling program. See you soon.